Mars.
You'd like to, but
Yeah.
do you think it's the more likely thing for
That
them
profit
to
is
do?
good as well.
DP,
It's a
solid.
good. It's a very flexible pick too.
Yeah.
Complete opposite to the Oracle that you know is going to be your position 5. That profit can be that position 5. Can be rolled mid. They have played it as well, so it's an option for them.
Yeah, I think they have 3 players that can play it reasonably well.
Yeah. And you have that other pick that you could go for a Mars, like you just said.
Yeah, then
Not
it's
so
solid,
bad
right?
at all.
You have Mars and DP, 2 very strong heroes in the meta. They're putting FlyToMoon, they're putting themselves in a position. Their draft already looks very nice. Like, it's hard to make a draft look bad when you have like DP plus Mars, honestly.
It's hard, but it's possible.
Oh, yeah. You could find a way.
I think DP is still like undefeated so far. So
Ooh.
usually, there we go. That's
The
the type of thing you
Hellraisers
like,
draft,
right?
Okay, so they lost to Weaver DP 2 games in a row.
They've
So
learned.
why not just steal the draft? FlyToMoon are now. This is such a strong opening in the
Super flexible.
in the CIS region. To be clear, I think it might be picked apart quite heavily if it was pushed into a European game, but CIS very.
Why
strong.
do you think so?
Because I think just the pace of the game in Europe is like a little bit faster.
Isn't
and-
Weaver fast?
Oh. Yes, yes, he is. But is he fast enough? No. Done.
He's been nerfed a little bit, that's true. But
Yeah.
I do consider that Prophet and Weaver to be pretty solid and fast-paced heroes, considering that Prophet can be your position 5.
And she buys phase boots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if she... she doesn't have to buy phase boots, but if she is that position 5, you can still have a fast tempo lineup even without her being the centerpiece of it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to play around that ulti. Virtus.pro, all right, Zayat's Earth Spirit.
Okay.
That's not something we see all the time, but
I think Astra is going to slowly just trend upwards now, because I think there's been some changes about what you do on the lane, right? Because you can't roam as much as you used to.
you have a hero that's been buffed tremendously in the last few patches. He can roll in on top of that Prophet, kick her out of position as well, which is a pretty good reason to pick it.
The silence is always very
You
strong.
have that silence, and let's say this Weaver is the offlane. You have that ability to just roll into him from the sidelines, push him into your team, silence him. It's Earth Spirit was always one of top picks when you're playing versus bounty hunters, when you're playing versus weavers, when you're playing versus these heroes that are elusive because of their built-in invisibility.
Also, it complements Oracle so well, simply because Oracle is a save hero, doesn't really have a lot of team fight, etc. But then in the team fight, the Earth Spirit's already going in, so the team's having to react to the Earth Spirit, so it's harder for you to really locate and then get the Oracle, because the Earth Spirit's soaking up all this attention. You then pair that with any other core that has that ability, it's so strong. And this is why every time I see an Ember pick, I'm always a big fan of the Ember Earth Spirit combo, because I feel like those two together, it's so hard to really defend your back.
Spirits, right?
Exactly. The Spirit strat,
Spirit
strong.
strats, very strong. We have we're still to see a Spirit strat win though.
Ooh.
Viking.GG in Division 2, not Division 1, sorry, Division 2, did play up against another team that I can't remember the name, do apologise. They picked
They really
all
built
5
this up.
spirits.
All 5 spirits, and did they win?
Yeah, they crushed it. Like,
That's why.
19-minute GG.
But because they went all 5 spirits, I have seen many teams go 4 spirits, 3 spirits.
What
Yeah,
was
they-
it?
yeah.
Was it
Spirits.
Secret? I think done 4 spirits recently, and
It
But not
was EG
Not
actually. EG played in DNA.
AG.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They
That's it,
played
yeah.
versus Envy, I think, versus C9. They played 4 spirits, and they were doing
Okay.
really well.
But
But they
then-
needed the 5th one.
Yeah, they did.
All right.
Ne-
Well,
Yep,
we're not
no.
going to see that this time around.
Yep.
What do we want to see coming out in the second phase?
Ideally, Shaker. Sorry.
Okay, it's this pretty
It's got
much
to be quicker.
tells us the Weaver might be your position 1 or offlane right now, right? It's not going to be your
Yeah,
position
okay,
4 because
sure.
of the Shaker. Shaker is most likely going to be played by Aloha on that 4th
The main
position.
flex now is simply so you've got the core flex on Weaver and you've got the
You
core
have
to
2 heroes
support
that
on
are
DP. Yeah.
You have 2 heroes that you can't put exactly on their lanes. But so far, I really like the opening from FlyToMoon. I think it's very solid. I think if you end up putting that Prophet on that mid lane and putting Weaver on that off lane, you have that Aghanims on Weaver to save her with the ulti, which is also pretty solid.
My only concern is the things that you just described are very item based, and then DP and Earthshaker don't like being ran at, and you already have Earth Spirit, and now they just pick Bristleback. These are two heroes that want to go. You pair that with this Oracle who just always keeps them alive. VP are basically forming up the same playstyle they had in the first game. They're not shifting it. Sure, the heroes are different, but the execution will be the same.
The same can be said sadly
Weaver
for
is also-
FlyToMoon. they're pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You have, in the last game, you had that Enigma, and you're always on a clock, waiting for that big ultimate, waiting for that Blink Dagger. It's identical here. Perhaps not exactly the same, but Shaker kind of fits the same role, helps the offlane with a couple of fissures, doesn't brawl there, then goes, maybe blocks mid, and farms that dagger on a free lane.
But that's the thing, though. Like, how... Right now, of course, there's still 2 picks to go, but FlyToMoon, how do they ever get to defend a tower? Like, none of these heroes want to stand in front of a tower. And it's the same thing. We lightly memed on it in the first game, which is like, who's your stop hero? Who's the guy? And now you pick Lich.
Now you're giving it away that Prophet is mid, Lich is going to be your 5, Shaker 4. The only flex left remaining is the Weaver. Is it going to be your carry? Is it going to be your offlane?
And then
I sincerely hope it's offlane.
But now it's an instant Batrider. Batrider demolishes this game. Again, another tempo hero, has literally no issues in lane, would love to play against pretty much everyone inside of FlyToMoon. The only rebuttal that they have right now is by putting the Weaver off lane and then picking a carry that can maybe lane against it.
Look, I know it's heavily cooldown dependent, but Void might be decent for Virtus.pro here. You would have a decent lane versus the Batrider. You have time dilation versus both the Bristleback and the Batrider. The issue still remains, though, you have pretty much 2 very big ultimates, very big cooldowns.
Do you not just pick like a casual quap on the side of VP? Just, you can buy Orchid, you have Batrider offlane, Bristle carry, the DP's mid, so the quap's going to have a great time. You could potentially just ban out a casual DK if you really want to make sure the quap has a good lane.
I mean, that hero is overdue for a win. I think so far it's been 6 games, 6 losses.
Like, sure, they don't really have that simple way of ending the game, right, in terms of tower hitter, but Bristleback happily scales. He goes S and Y, maybe goes for the Abyssal Blade, always going to be able to kill people.
Yeah, Quap is alright. You have AoE silence for sure, but Quap is alright. Void Spirit also not banned out. You could go for that.
They've actually banned the Quap themselves.
Storm, perhaps, also is an option. They go with
Okay,
old school counter to the Dead Prophet, but they also cover themselves with the Quap ban, right? They pick the Sniper, it's going to be mid. They cover themselves with the Queen of Pain, but you're picking the Sniper because there's a Dead Prophet mid, right? Like, that's the reasoning.
The main thing here in terms of the Sniper pick is you have no one who can ever catch the Sniper until items are in play. And if the game is set at a high enough tempo, Earthshaker, even with Blink Dagger, alone will not kill Sniper. DP needs to run through everyone to get to the Sniper.
Okay, you do have Weaver. You do have Weaver, though. Like, that's something.
They need to pick a mid. Sure, they have a Weaver, but maybe. But if they pick a mid, okay, they got Slark. He's probably Mr. King carrier getting to the back line.
No, I'm actually embarrassed I didn't think of it, because you're playing Slark versus Batrider, you're playing Slark versus Oracle and Bristleback. This is a very good Slark game.
Yes.
You get that reach with any item build that you go for, either the Axe, the Shadow Blade, or the Dagger. The problem is still Sniper is pretty good here versus that Prophet. You won't have that early aggression, but I have to say, FlyToMoon, they've outdone themselves with this draft. I think it's much better than that first game.
It is, and I think the rounding out point is going to be, even though it's a good slot game, he needs a team to play around, and Sniper v DP, Sniper should be able to win. I think a Weaver Shake lane won't be too hot, so there's going to be a very big point in which, sure, the slot might have a good time, but then he's going to be hitting some boys, look behind him, and his team's already dead.
All right, so you're still on the VP train?
Yes, for now, I think, salute you, Mr. Sniper. I think you, VP, are going to take this as a 2-way.
I like FlyToMoon's draft, but I'm going to go with VP because I just believe they are mechanically more sound and it's easier for them to play the game.
All right, the boys on the panel seem to think that this polar bear is in attack mode, and we'll have to see if this rocket can fire back. We'll throw it over to our commentary duo to get under the action. Lyrical, Lacoste, what are your thoughts on this one?
Oh, you know, we're just hanging out, just watching some drafts, chilling. How you doing, Lacoste?
I'm good. I love to see Sniper. They have some gap closers. I was expecting something else to be picked up, but it's a very decent Slark game. If this game goes like post 30, 35 minute mark, I would go with the FlyToMoon's draft.
Okay, I'm down with that. I mean, you hear it on the panel. They definitely feel a little bit better about it in this one. I think that there's also a lot of people out there in the world right now that would just look at these two teams like, all right, we know VP, FlyToMoon, not as much so. But if you go back 28 days ago, these two teams faced off in a best of 5 in the Paramatch League, and FlyToMoon lost the first 2 games and then were able to reverse sweep them 3-0. So this is a team that's definitely capable of beating VP, and they did it in a best of 5. It's just a question of, do they have the draft? Have they put together the work? And they have an idea of how to play the game. We'll see if they got it here, game number 2.
This is gonna sting.
So Slark is going to be playing either against Bristleback or against Batrider. You think, yeah, I'm just going to use a Dark Pack, get rid of Stick and Palm Charges, but it's not that effective early on. You need to have levels, and if you misuse it, Batrider could still grab a kill on you. Also, Zayat's playing his, I'm going to say, another signature hero, Earth Spirit. I think we're going to see much more of this hero. It checks a lot of the boxes. I would pair him up highly with the Tusk as a top position 4 hero, because he has a stun, has a silence. You have team fight ability.
Yeah, totally. He's absolutely terrifying. I think that you made an interesting point there also about the whole dynamic of Slark against the Batrider and how that goes as time goes on. I think that's also relevant because, you know, Resolution, former safe lane player, he knows those limits. He's an amazing Slark player back in the day. And he knows when he can really try and go on V2 and try and get the pressure on. So we'll watch that matchup. Already the stick is picked up for Slark. Resolution with the Windlace. And I'm really curious to see what Zayats does on this Earth Spirit, because I feel like this hero is still nowhere near good enough and just kind of sucks. What are your thoughts on Earth Spirit?
Wait. I just said that I really like Earth Spirit. I would say Tusk is my favorite one as position 4 right now. Does so much. I mean, depends on the matchups, depends who are you laning with, who are you against. But overall, as a hero, he can do so much. And you can see Resolution already dragging the creep wave. So that's going to give Zayats almost a full wave. Okay. He just needs 2 more creeps to get himself to level 2.
Well, he's punching away here.
Mid lane, it's a melee sniper.
Oh my god, he's going in on Iceberg. Does have another Crypt Swarm here. No one needs to be careful. Tanks a tower shot. Almost goes down. Crypt Swarm is still there, but not opting to go for the kill is Iceberg. He will break the salve, though, at the very least. And Shrapnel further back, trying to push Iceberg out of the lane. Damn, man. He is giving him the business right here.
If he didn't cancel his salve, he would probably be like full HP, needs to bring more regen to this lane. Just bought a tango, but definitely a sniper. Favorite matchup, one of the reasons why they picked it. But you said that FlyToMoon played Dead Prophet as position 5.
Yeah.
And they won that game.
They've done a couple of them. That was a while ago. That was around that same period during that league. And I think that you could also, chalk some of that up to... maybe being against, I mean, it was against Hellraisers, I think, if I remember right, which is a pretty big win. I think that people just weren't expecting it, was a big part of it, too.
Yeah, nowadays everyone expects it.
Yeah. All right, Resolution. You can push back by Always Want to Fly, but he clears through that wave. And as you mentioned, Earth Spirit now close to level 3. And in the meantime, Slark's just farming underneath the towers. This feels like it's just kind of going to be a trade-off of farm here continually.
Slark on top of CS, 17 CS so far. Uncontested in the lane. Like, Slark could easily take over this game. You are a gap closer against a sniper. He does not have a way to deal with you. You can build, like, Pike/Force Staff. But once Slark gets, like, 2-3 items, it's so hard to fight him. And they have nothing against him.
Bottom lane, the fissure block off, and then walking into the totem, ILTW just goes down. We've seen more and more of this, where Bristlebacks are opting not to take that Bristleback ability, is Always Want to Fly also getting ran at up top. They go for this 1-2-0 build, and then they just die.
It's more of a build where it gives you much more kill potential, and Bristleback level 1 is really not that great.
Thanks.
That's fair. A lot more get killed potential. Am I right?
Yes.
God. All right, I'm terrible. I'm going to just stop. I'm not going to try and do any of that anymore again. Oh, God. All right. Anyways, Always Want to Fly, again, trying to contest for the farm here. He's been able to dodge away from a lot of these ganks, which has been pretty nice. But as I say that, he is going to get ran down. And Resolution finds the kill. Whoa. Aloha Dance. Actually completing that TP. and does get Resolution pushed back, but they won't go for the...
You can leave Weaver alone on the bottom lane. 12 stick charges. They have nothing to stop you from using Shikuchi. Like, if you just use his Fortune's End, you're gonna run away. It's not like Bristleback threatens a kill on you early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, barring something really tragic happening. And they already got that one kill onto him, so not really feeling like they need to put too much more punishment on. Yeah, I'm curious though, because the DP versus Sniper matchup, the panel seemed to think that was really heavily favored into Sniper, and we're already seeing the remnants of that. I mean, granted, a DD rune on Sniper makes it like almost unplayable for DPs at 18 CS versus the 24 and 12 of no one.
And Sniper did a small mistake in the laning stage. Otherwise, this difference would have been even greater for Sniper. Maybe one of the reasons why they picked Sniper, it's called Pushka League, you know, and Pushka means gun or cannon.
Does it?
It does.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Resolution up top. Chase down, punched. The Fissure finishes it off. So, Aloha Dance ready to claim the kill for his trouble going over there and back towards mid lane with no Fissure available. Iceberg in some trouble, still has a Fairy Fire available, as well as another round of the Spirit Siphon, slowing down, turning now onto Zayats, and Iceberg able to get the walk away. Does manage to live.
Always want to be under leveled, just pulling some creep waves on the top lane. Just hit level 2.
Yeah.
But he gave Slark a free lane. Slark is level 6, which means that he's not gonna die.
Oh, and you do see another gank coming in towards mid. Aloha Dance. Enchant Totem, the turnaround, is going to live through it by virtue of that solo Purifying Flames healing him back up after the fact. But this is a ton of pressure, and with the Catapult coming in as well, VP going to get some decent damage onto this tier 1 possibly, although, as I say that, Glyph going to keep them away from it afterwards. And still Resolution able to find farm in spite of going up against this Slark and tries to kill off these last couple of creeps. Iceberg claiming the kill. Dude, everybody's stealing V-Tune's kills. What the hell? He hasn't gotten any agi.
He got the levels. That's what Slark needs. Full power treads on him. Like, whoever comes to this lane should die. So I expect Virtus.pro to play other lanes. Also, I see Sniper queuing up Hand of Midas.
Oh my god. No, it's happening.
Ice Frog taxed us. 10% less gold on the map. You need to find farm somewhere. And he has a cooldown reduction talent 25, so getting any items that you can use, you get much more value out of them.
Do you like it? I mean, I know that it sort of had been a thing for a while there, but it just felt like this item has so often, like, it just means that you don't do anything in the mid game. Uh-oh. My man's in trouble. No one caught out by that Fissure. That is Exorcism used. Zayat moving in, trying to find a double kill, and he gets it, and then gets out afterwards. Zayat just cool as a cucumber.
Ooh, that's a lot. I mean, he used all the shrapnel charges, a lot of slow Zayats, DPs, collects all the solo XP for himself. Almost level 6, 8 minutes in on the Earth Spirit. So that's gonna hurt. The problem is also Weaver is having a free game on the bottom. Like, Bristleback can't stop you from farming.
Right. Well, and then the big problem, of course, of the Slark, who's 1,000 gold ahead of the next highest person in the game. Going for the Diffusal Blade first, then has the Scotty already queued up. I mean, what do you think is going to be the main goal for Zayats in this game? Like, is he going to try and play sort of the Spirit Vessel run at you type of thing? Does he go like Blade Mail or something to try and kill off the DP in the mid game? How do you see him playing this one?
Problem is, he does not have a hero to play with. Like, Sniper wants to just keep farming, you know, be on the map. Batrider, what is he building? All right, he's going for Boots of Travel, so those two can play together. Also, Bristleback is not really a mobile hero.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough. I also want to see what kind of items General is gonna build this game. Like, you usually want to have aura carriers as your position 3s, but that kind of shifted. You're playing more of a different heroes right now, since all these like Vlad's, Pipes, Strength heroes got nerfed in general.
Resolution. He's pulled back in another round. V2 finds him, able to get that leash, roll in, one more punch, gets the kill. Every time Resolution comes into this lane, they manage to kill him off again. So another nice pickup there. Slark finally getting a little bit aggy for himself, and looks like he's going to miss a couple of creeps here up on the top side, but at least get some of the XP for it.
And they're also bringing sentries to Slark, so he's going to be able to devord and get some free gold XP for himself. 4-man shield on Slark, one of the best tier 1 items you can get. General, overextending on the bottom lane.
He was
Did not
2 mana
two mana short. Yeah.
Gotta buy a Bassie. Well, Lacoste, they have a Vanguard done on LTW now. Previously, we saw VP play a really group up style and try and pressure early, take down towers. Do you see them trying to replicate that in this game?
Their tower damage is very limited. Like Sniper can't siege from far away, yes. Bristleback with some right clicks. But there is an overfarmed Slark right now.
Yeah.
So that could be an issue. One of the reasons why Sniper is going for Head of Midas, I think they understand that this game's not going to end anytime soon. So he just wants to be able to build items in the later stages of the game. And look at him. He is farmed. He's second on the net worth, even though he died once. Is about to finish Head of Midas in 100 gold.
But in the meantime, the rest of FlyToMoon is grouping up here. If no one gets taken down right now, this would be really tragic. They spot him out right at the start. General gonna retreat as the rotations are coming in from the rest of VP. And it looks like always want to fly. Just sitting by his namesake of dying again.
So that's gonna give even more free farm on the Slark. On the top lane, we'll put pressure on the man. Slark is level 11.
Yeah. Dude, he's terrifying. V2 is a monster right now. Just punching the tier 1 tower. Trades off aggro from him, heals back up afterwards, and Resolution spots him. I don't really know what the goal is here. I guess just to keep the creeps off the tower, but
sometimes you're just faking it, that there's players behind you, like Earth Spirit is playing from the fog, so you never know where he is.
Got it.
And then if you use Lasso, you threaten a kill on him. Bottom lane, General using time-lapse to keep himself alive.
No one makes the rotation. The turnaround is here. They do have Echo Slam available, but Aloha Dance obviously not going to be able to make any type of a kill there himself. And so Solo is actually the one that takes the kill away from no one.
At least give him a clarity. You stole a kill, he used the mana for Assassinate.
Back towards mid. He went in, able to find that kill on the Death Prophet, so the rotation goes down bottom, but they're still able to hold on to that tier 1 tower. This Death Prophet really has not been able to get much out of her first 2 exorcisms.
The second one lasted for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
More than the average chat user lasts, but just kidding. I love you, chat. The Fusil Blade finished on Slark, so that means he wants to start playing aggressive.
Okay.
And they instantly smoke. They understand that they should be utilizing this farm on Slark that they have.
Oh, hey, how's it going? This Diffusal Blade is going to completely destroy him. Yeah, there is no answer for that right now, and V2 is just going to start running a train on all these people. Always want to fly, goes down to the tower. Not again. This guy can't catch a break.
So Slark gets 2 kills, perma agi. They should be careful. They know Lasso is on cooldown.
Running in. They move in with General now afterwards. Does have to be a little bit wary about how he moves in here, since he doesn't quite have mana right now for time lapse, but does have the stick. So they are going to back away. A 2,000 gold lead here at 13 minutes. 18 kills already in 13 minutes as well.
How's Shaker doing? Not close at all to get a Blink Dagger, so if he can get a lane for himself for the next 2-3 minutes, that's gonna give him a Blink Dagger.
That'll be big. Resolution in the meantime already has these boots of travel, but all it can really mean is that he will be able to keep towers from going down if it's V2 staying there. It really doesn't feel like they have any answer for this Slark at all. Such a free Slark game, and he got a great start.
It's such a great Slark game that I'm gonna say it. He should not be able to die. If you get like Scotty, Ags, Basher, you should not be dying this game.
That's a lot of items there, Lacoste.
It is, but they have no answer. Like, and you're gonna be tanking up so much, reducing the healing and the lifesteal that the VP has.
Yeah. Well, and you look at it, he already has that 10 strength talent. He's like gotten through the laning stage, which is arguably the worst part of Slark's game. And now, I mean, the other thing is going to get the sort of vision all across the map constricted as well. The big bright spot that you've got is no one with his hand of Midas, who it's on cooldown or off cooldown right now, which is a little bit frustrating, I'm sure. But he's going to keep some pressure onto the tower. Uses the Midas finally, and it's going to be a trade-off of 1 tower apiece.
That Prophet is a very low level. Like, you want to get Exorcism to level 2, the Ghost Double from 8 to 16, quick math, easy as well. And the Weaver is going for Aghanim Scepter build, which I really like. It lowers the cooldown, and you have teamfight presence, Dust plus Assassinate.
Dude, that was really sick by General, though. Able to find the kill onto the Earth Spirit. Unfortunately, looks like he's going to be punished. So he gets the kill on his Zayats, but loses his life for the trouble.
Can't believe Solo didn't steal that one.
I mean, you know, you don't want to get kicked eventually. That's how bad things happen.
And there is no burst damage on Virtus.pro. And if you use, like, Lasso, Weaver with the Aghanim Scepter just sends you back. So it's going to be extremely effective.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult to deal with. I feel like this game is just looking all FlyToMoon right now. V2 just picked up an Essence Ring. There was the Grove Bowl also taken, which could be transferred over to DP depending on how it looks. You can see like all the vision around the map too just keeps on being shut down. VP needing to find an angle here. God, he just walks in. Build up some stacks, walk away. Zayat's there, though. Gotta be careful about that silence from Fog. He just used Dark Pact. I'm not gonna go for it. Heads up play there by V2, not to overextend.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So, 2,000 gold lead. Resolution. In the river. V2 spots him out there. And is going to go for the wraparound. Smoke breaks, Rezo sees him. Mango Tree, saving lives. And now the roll-in. Finds himself an opening there. Silence onto both. But V2 does have ulti if he needs to use it. And just going to TP out after the fact. So, FlyToMoon only lose the Lich. Oh, dance. He's just getting pummeled down by no one, though. Okay, never mind. Double kill there for VP. And now maybe going to be able to find another Iceberg. Resolution still has the flaming lasso, and
he just got
You'll Scepter lift up.
Scepter.
That was big. Now turns on to Resolution. V2 trying to take him down. No one can just be free and clear to right-click away through all of this, but is it going to be enough damage? The Silent comes out afterwards. V2, no more ulti, but still enough damage to find
Slark's
that. Can he get out of there? No. He dies, but Iceberg may be able to make up for this one if he can stay alive through the burst. ILTW still trying to beat into him. Eul Scepter lift up, stick charge off cooldown in 1, but it wasn't enough. Nicely done there as Weaver tries to make his own escape. Those Quills just barely off the mark, able to live, and Echo Slam back, taking down Solo. Aloha Dance finds his kill afterwards.
Oh god, he got like
tips.
less than 200 gold for that kill.
Oh my god.
Man, how aggressive Virtus.pro is. Even with Sniper, also Death Prophet. Like, they need to find a way to protect her. Bristleback's just running at her. She uses Eul Scepter, instantly purged by Fortune's End. General is close to that Aghanim Scepter, so they're going to be looking into these prolonged team fights. Very mobile heroes, Slark, Beaver, Shikuchi in, bounce in, then go back and regen.
Yeah, it's a very different type of game where if you can get that Aghanim Scepter, suddenly your entire game plan for FlyToMoon just changes. You can start baiting out that Death Prophet more, and you know she actually won't go down. Right now, what is that? 1,000 gold away from completing it on General, and we did see V2 go down once. But part of that was taking the fight
Shame
without
on
his
him.
ultimate.
Making you look stupid. But yeah, Essence Ring, level 15.
Roche,
They can get there.
you got to be careful about this one. FlyToMoon throwing out the bugs. That's going to spot that Roche is happening.
No Exorcism, no Echo Slam. 40
do
and
have-
60 seconds.
They have Chain Frost, and Earthshaker did just get his Blink brought out to him on Aloha Dance. Moving back in. Onto Roche. The wraparound is coming. I mean, Weaver is not here. He's trying to finish off this Aghanim Scepter, but he's not going to be able to get it in time. So it doesn't
like
look
they're
like
just
they're winning
bailing.
the test. Okay. That's a little bit crazy. I guess that without Echo, they didn't feel like they want to fight.
No Echo, no Exorcism. It's always a downside of these strong, long team fight abilities. Bounty runes spawning, so it's gonna be 2 for 2. And VTune, he's changing his item build, going for Shadowblade / Silver Edge. Wants to be able to break Bristleback and find Sniper Oracle in the back lines. Also, I believe we're gonna see like a gem picked up by a Batrider. Solo buys it, gives it to Batrider. You're playing against 2 Invis heroes. You want to get rid of the vision. Now you have Aegis.
General gets spotted. Tries to find that lasso opening. Not able to get... Ooh, Zayat, nicely played, but is going to be able to get the time lapse out. And the Sakuchi away, running down to the south. Will go through a creep wave here, though. And they've got the OT
They are
onto
keeping
him
the
already.
vision.
Oh my god, General, what a freaking god! Rolling, oh, just barely catches him right at the end. And they will be able to take down that kill onto General. In the meantime, back towards the mid lane, they're trying to take down this Bristleback as well. Is he actually living? Dude,
He's
General,
still alive.
what a freaking god! Are you kidding me? They're losing their Bristleback while all this is happening. General's still looking for
They
this.
had enough.
Finally force out the lasso. And ILTW in the meantime does get saved by that Oracle. Controlled, continuing to come out. And it looks like he might be able to live through the final bit of burst.
Under attack.
All right, space created, yeah.
Space created, so always want to fly to heaven can die once again.
I mean, you know, it's just the way he lives his life. 0, 7, and 7. Fissure, connection, jump forward, V-Tune. Got eyes on him, but there's the 4th staff. It's what you needed. V-Tune's got to be careful now. This damage over time pops the ultimate, trying to walk his way out of here. And always want to fly back from the grave, but then just gonna get dropped yet again. Oh, that poor guy.
That's 2 deaths in less than a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, he can go for a record. He's low level, so he can keep dying. Another book picked up by Earth Spirit. Zayat did the same build as Treant Protector in the previous one.
Yeah, it's really good for farming, it feels like, to be sort of a way to make up for the lack of having a farming ability on this hero, I guess. Well, VP now 19 to 12. What was once a fairly substantial lead. How worried would you be right now if you're FlyToMoon?
Has fallen.
Things are not going well for them. Aegis still up and running for 2 minutes.
God. V-Tune.
Aghanim Scepter about to be completed on Weaver, so that's their team fighting item. I don't think they should be taking any fights before Aegis expires.
Oh, V-Tune, he got silenced, but got the Shadow Blade delivered. It's not going to be enough. Control, lift up onto the side. They got control over this Batrider now, trying to take him down. V-Tune gets the kill. Zayat throwing out the Magnetize. Hits onto several, but he also will go down. Now, can the rest of them get out of here? Do they want to keep fighting Iceberg? Time lapse, pulling him back in. And is just going to find no one in LTW, but eventually goes down. Chain Frost bounces back and forth between the two of them. No one trying to take down Always Want to Fly. Stop bullying this man. Oh, good smoke to keep him alive there at the end. Finally, no one is going to go down one time through that Aegis. V-Tune still keeping vision onto him, and there's the Enchant Totem, the control, the kill, triple kill for V-Tune as ILTW, the only one to escape.
They can't kill Bristleback, so they're just doing everything they can to ignore him. and killing the rest. Like, you need to kill Oracle if you can first, or just force him to use ulti on himself. So that's a full Silver Edge on Slark. Echo Slam not even used, not even a Death Prophet ulti. I love it. I mean, Iceberg is having a rough time, and he decided to not pop ulti. Didn't have Yule Scepter to keep himself alive. It's gonna be another death V-Tune.
Yeah, man. Fighting into a Slark with 30 Essence Shift, that is just not a game plan for success. And, you know, you talked about it there. The time lapse was a big part of it for Weaver, you know, being able to make sure that the Death Prophet could still be tanking through those spells even without Exorcism going. It was good.
And now you have like Slark with 2/3 lives that can go in if time lapse is used on him. Break. He's just building stacks.
Yeah. You do have to be a little bit careful here. Time lapse still on cooldown for 5 seconds. All right, it's back up again. Don't have to be careful anymore. Go crazy. Run in there. We're trying to take down this tier 1 tower.
You just want to see throws and bad play, don't you, Dave?
No, I want to see a game 3. I'm super down. But
Well, I talked about the timings during the draft. Said 30-35 minutes. FlyToMoon should have it in the late game. Oh, Titan Sliver dropped. It's for Virtus.pro, but Slark should be able to take control of this game in the next couple of minutes.
And what does that look like for him as he just gets a Paladin sword now as well? Do you think that like that's him trying to play aggressive on their side of the map? Does he just keep farming until he gets that next item?
He has Silver Edge, which means that the Batrider will not make the same mistake. He can be playing as aggressive as he was before.
Right.
So getting a pick off, he can also cut into backlines. I see Shadowblade queued up on him. I think, Dasher queued up. I think that's the correct choice. Just for Bristleback and also Oracle. Sniper is not that big of a threat right now. He deals damage, but it's still a sniper. You kill the rest. He has no ways of escaping. This hero always feels weird if you don't have good ways of protecting him. There is Oracle in this game, but they have 2 very nice gap closers, Fever and Slark with Shadowblade. Also, I want to see Gem being picked up by Virtus.pro. Some really nice items dropping. Spider legs for Batrider, so he's going to be zooming in with the max movement speed.
You get vision. Batrider up on the high ground. Always want to fly drop sword visit. Hey, how you doing there, buddy? Fear pulls him down to the low ground. Spider legs keeps him up on the high ground. A little bit of a dance back and forth. And now the lift up, Yule Scepter catching solo. And he is going to go down. That kill happens. Looks like FlyToMoon are going to move over and try and take down this tier 1 tower mid finally. We'll see if they're going to be able to get it. Just another assassinate and causing some trouble for V-Tune. Gets time lapse there. And yeah, it's such a low commitment save to like just heal him back up to full afterwards. V-Tune walking forward. They still have resolution there with the Flaming Lasso if they want to use it. Weaver, time lapse, back off cooldown again. Disarmed. Gotta be careful. Chase down continues to come. They're waiting on it. They actually don't decide to go for the time lapse there. And instead, it's going to be a wraparound back towards mid again. They deny the tower. And now, LTW, kind of in no man's land. It's going to get slowed down by the Fusible Blade. A couple misses there by virtue of the Heaven's Halberd. Looking for the follow-up of Resolution, trying to find that backlines. He gets the Lich. Always want to fly, in trouble yet again. Good blink out from that Earthshaker. That keeps him alive, and now V-Tune under a little bit of threat. Resolution, they want to find the backlines. They don't want to go on V-Tune here if they can afford not to. But it doesn't look like that's going to end up working.
A little bit of misplay.
Chase coming. No one pops his BKB. V-Tune yet again trying to retreat. He's building up some stacks as this fight goes on. But it looks like they are finally going to retreat.
Lich did not need to buy back there. I mean, he's low level. The fight was already over. It's not like they backed out because of the Lich. Virtus.pro used BKB on Sniper. I mean, Slark is doing chip damage, getting some stacks. What did he go for? Dark Pack damage, level 20. Roche may respawn in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, he runs in again. And who's he going to find this time?
Oh, big
that's a good person.
kill.
That's a good person to find. Jumps on top of BKB, gone for 7 more seconds, and they find that kill. And now Iceberg chasing forward. Eul Scepter out there. A big fissure on to 3. The follow-up coming. Disarmed is VTune, but he can still run these heroes down. LTW trying to get out of there. The break is applied. The Enchant Totem chase down comes through yet again. And as Iceberg runs ILTW back home to the fountain, he manages to find himself a double kill. Inside the basement, they don't care.
Well, that's interesting. Roche just respawned, and I thought that Slark should not die this game. He died only once, and I don't think he should be able to die ever again. Weaver just using either time lapse on him or on that Prophet.
That's nice.
Full basher completed on Slark.
All right, I'm ready for your Caster's Curse to kick in right now, Lacoste. It's going to be great. You ready for...
And Ravage from Solo. Just kidding. He's playing Oracle.
It'd be quite the feat. I mean, they have a repair kit on VP, so there's ways to hold out on this game. Definitely. Scan hits there. Resolution realizing that there could be danger coming his way. Backs away. But 5,000 gold lead. And Rezo just going to try and kill off this creep wave. Retreats back. He doesn't have a TP for another 7 seconds, actually. And they're on him. Resolution going a little bit insane. Blinks off to the side, and there is no follow-up blink dagger. So well
Very
done by
slippery.
Rezo.
Force Staff, Blink, Firefly, Spider Legs. Oh, they're
then
gonna
look at
take
this.
the Roche.
Dude, that is...
Nah, they don't have
Rules
enough
of
damage.
space.
Clark already knows.
All right, yeah, they got an idea. So they have an inkling that this is happening. VTune, he finds Solo in the back line. Oh, that's real bad for the rest of them. Disarm is out there. Iceberg, silence onto 2. Is it going to be enough? They jump out with V2 now. The rest of FlyToMoon shows up. It was a cute idea by Virtus.pro to hold off, but meanwhile, the Force Staff pushes them back. Chain Frost doing literally nothing. The roll-in now. They need to get the silence. Oh, the silence onto Weaver, but it's not enough to kill down VTune. They almost were able to stop him from getting that time-lapse off, but they didn't have enough damage onto the Slark. Always wanted to die, dies again, but you know, it's just par for the course at this point.
He used buyback in the previous fight, which means that he's not going to be there. Also should be able to save Chain Frost instead of just using it straight away.
The other thing is they don't have any sentry wards because Always Want to Fly died. So you can't get in on Slark as easily as he would have been able to otherwise. Aloha Dance trying to think about going in with an Echo Slam here. But it just doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it. They have to give up the Roche. Wow. That's
Once
crazy.
again, freebie. Enchanted Quiver. Okay, so they should give that to Weaver, I guess. That's a great item.
No.
Sometimes I feel like, yeah, this is such a great item. Let's say for Wyvern in the previous series, when he was playing a core, or when you have Viper on your team. But sometimes it feels like no one wants to pick up this item.
Yeah, it really does depend a lot. And like, you know, they already have the Grove Bow that's out. As Resolution up on the high ground. Oh my god, the timing of that fissure. That was insane. And now Zayat barely able to get the roll away. They buy back on Resolution. Always Want to Fly is dead again.
No surprise there.
In this cast. But nonetheless, they do retreat after the Batrider buyback. And nothing of value is lost. That's how it goes. 0-11. He's trying to go for the Malk Award. He might get it.
I said that in the previous cast, but they need to win the game, otherwise it's worthless.
That's true. I mean, how are you feeling about their chances on FlyToMoon? Do you still think that they've got what it takes?
Oh, for sure.
Dark Pack gets off in time.
Nicely done.
Soon, quick on the fingers there. And doing a little bit of trash talk after the fact. You love to see it.
Couriers, one down. Nope, you can't kill Drodo. Drodo is back, but you can kill the other one.
I don't know what that one was. That one wasn't great anyways. All right. Now a question. FlyToMoon, how do you deal with the VP just sitting on your low ground, punching you? That's a pretty good way to start it. BKB coming out from no one. VTune on the back lines trying to find anybody. A good silence comes out. The full control. But he gets another Dark Pact off and has his ultimate. Turns now, trying to take down Solo. Solo is dead, but in the meantime, Iceberg not going to be able to get taken down. They turn on to another double kill for VTune. Always Want to Fly is dead again. It's going to be no one who is also looking like he's going to die. So they just completely ignore the Bristleback until the very end when everybody else is dead, and then they're going to be able to take him to... Oh my god, dude, look at the damage!
Blade Mail, where's the Blade Mail at?
It's going to be enough. Yeah, Iceberg casted it a little bit late, but they got there in the end.
Yeah, I believe you can't recover from this. You can't repick heroes to have good heroes against Slark, and as time progresses, it's just going to be much harder for Virtus.pro to take a fight. This Aghanim Scepter on Weaver, plus he's going for Lincoln Sphere. That's just going to cripple him. Batrider bought the gem for himself. I wanted to see that a bit earlier.
Yeah, maybe if one of the supports could have gotten it for him or something, that might have been a nice pickup for them. Repair kit already used. You know, and again, if you're Virtus.pro, this is a little bit of that grudge match. When they played together in that other league, it was a reverse 3-0 where FlyToMoon were able to take the whole tournament. And now facing off against them again, game number 1, they look fabulous. Game number 2, FlyToMoon looking to try and finish this one off.
Look at the build on that Prophet. Craggy Coat, Blade Mail plus Heart. Like, he just wants to be able to survive through initial burst. And then there's a guaranteed time lapse from Weaver.
Yeah, this is pretty insane. And it's 12,000 gold lead now. And as we've seen time and again, it is ridiculously hard to actually make a comeback happen in this patch currently. But nonetheless, Zayat, he's going to try and wrap, see if he can find somebody here. But a bigger fight is going on down on the bottom side. Resolution is going to be found. VTune trying to chase, not quite able to get within range. And Zayat is just... I mean, I don't know if he knew that the rest of them were over there. All kinds of miss abilities being spent. Zayat's trying to back away. And he's finally going to be able to walk out of there, although Aloha Dance moves into position. Gets the Enchant Totem. Okay, roll again. Zayat chased. Fisher gonna be able to walk out of there. Zayat
He's out of the map.
Completely on the other side of the map, and they can't get him down. Dude, the oodles of space being created by him. Jeez. Aloha Dance appreciating greatness. So 50 kills already at 36 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This might be do or die for Virtus.pro, so snipers should start considering getting Divine Rapier and just defend from the base.
I mean, leaving the base does not appear to be working that well as Solo is killed off. I mean, but it's so hard because you got to be able to make those moves around the map
Radiant's bottom tower
to
has
try and like actually buy some space for Sniper to farm into those items. You think that Rapier is the play though?
I don't see any other ways of them coming back into the game.
No. That's real tough. I mean, you do have the cheese on the Sniper, as Blade Mail is already out from Iceberg, so it's that much more difficult to try and find this fight. Right click's coming through, bringing him down low, but General is nearby, ready to go, with both that Lincoln Sphere and the Aghanim Scepter.
Dealing a lot of damage.
The right click's coming in. Time lapse is available. Slow and steady goes ILTW down. And the jump forward onto Sniper. He is just getting completely demolished. Continued to be controlled. They get the silence out there, but VTune had a Dark Pact off immediately. Fear pulls him back in. VTune gonna get another one. And has he finally gone a bit too far? It doesn't look like it. I mean, you've got time lapse still. It's not looking like it's gonna stop. Another round. They're bringing down VTune low, but they've got time lapse if things get really, really dicey. Aloha Dance controlled. Essence Ring keeps him topped off.
General has like 2 abilities to cast, either time lapse or Lincoln Sphere. That's his job.
Zayat, he tried so hard to keep his buddy alive. The kick in was not going to work, and now Gem on the ground. It is well and truly good game, well played. As Virtus.pro going to get taken down here. FlyToMoon, signs of life.
Oh, I wish I knew what he just said, the V-Tune, after going godlike.